And welcome back to Trans Gurus. So my name's Lauren. I am usually behind the camera. Today I'm taking a role on the show. So today we're going to be talking about the pandemic. As you can see, we're all shooting from home this time. So Ella, how's this been affecting you?
Hi, everybody. It's really nice to be with you all over again. We've been missing you a lot. And, this time on the pandemic, I've been doing quarantining. I don't know about you, but I think most of us have been doing about quarantining. I have to say, I have a great time during this time. Finally, I'm not traveling. I've got time for myself. And I had some to-dos, and one of the big to-dos I had was to finish my second book. And I just finished about a month ago. And guess what? I had time to make a third one. So I'm just finishing now my third book. So my second book is called Coming Home to Venus. It's about my transition. It's going to be published sometime in mid of June. And my third book, it's called The Amazing Life of Eva. And it is going to be published sometime in July. I am really very excited about this. Most people go to the cinema and they get all the information from other people. I did it the opposite. I got information from my mind and I put it into words. And that was absolutely a fantastic time. I hope that you will read the books. Thank you.
Yes, and where will you be putting your books? Like Amazon?
My books are coming in Amazon. Just look for Ella Marquez. My first book is there as well, so I will tell you on due time when they are coming out.
So Raji, how's the pandemic life treating you?
Well, first I gotta say, it's interesting how in a matter of.
Oh, I'm sorry, Raji. Can you speak closer to your microphone? We can't hear you.
Sure. Okay. Okay, can you hear me better?
Close-up shot.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So, first of all, I have to say, it's amazing how in a matter of a few months, the whole entire world can be affected, on so many different levels.
Well, there's Gracie.
He's always with us.
I think at the end of this, we need to introduce her finally.
I miss you, our mascot.
Yeah.
So I was thinking if this happened in 1980 or 1959 and we had to be stuck at home, it wouldn't be so nice. But in 2020, there's so much to do. If you have internet and TV, there's so much to watch on TV. There's so much to do on the computers. I remember the days when there were only 5 channels, okay? So, staying home isn't as bad as it could be, I think. This has given me time to slow down and to, I would say meditate and reflect on my life. I've also tried to be really productive. There was a closet I wanted to organize, so I did that, and different things around here that I've done just to kind of keep, busy and feel productive. And then also thinking about my future and the things I want to do going forward, and focusing on that stuff, and I guess helping to jumpstart and manifest it by focusing on it. So a lot of, I would say work on Raji, in many different ways. It's another thing that I noticed is they've been saying that the planet has been healing. We're all a part of a resurgence here on the planet right now in real time. There's this resurgence happening. And so, they even said the crime rate has gone down. Unfortunately, I heard domestic violence has gone up. So I don't know, but I guess because people are getting sick of each other being stuck at home, But my philosophy is, and what I've seen in my life is, from evil, quote unquote evil, cometh good. So I think that's what I've been trying to focus on, the positive things.
How's things at your place, Christian and Nevaeh?
I think they're going pretty good.
Is
Yeah.
that all? Just good?
That sounds heavy duty.
Yeah, you can tell the details.
This is
I
not
mean,
an animated show.
I guess it, like, definitely a change when we had to move our office into our house. It was not the same. It took a minute to get used to it. And I mean, at first it was nice to be able to like look over in the hallway and see my girl over there talking while she's working, and I can kind of just be like, hey, you want a sandwich or something, and we can go and jump up in the kitchen and really I guess spend a lot of time. And they say that when you live with somebody, it really can be the make or break factor. But when you're
Very true.
not even allowed to like go out, and you're essentially stuck in the same house together day in, day out with no other option, I guess that kind of takes that up a notch. It either makes it or breaks it, and everybody has to find their own way of coping with it, which
Well, kind of looks like you guys are passing that test.
yeah, we're doing a pretty fabulous job. So I mean, it's all about mindset.
Yeah.
How far you've grown as an individual. And I mean, maybe a couple months ago, or not a couple months ago, we've been together since then, but maybe like 2.5 years ago, if this would have happened then, maybe I wouldn't have been mature enough with the coping mechanism to deal with this. Maybe we would have fell apart. But I've grown to a certain level, she's grown to a certain level, and we have emotional coping mechanisms that allow us to get through stuff like this, even when it gets really difficult. We're able to frame our mind in a different way. So I think that's, absolutely key.
That is.
Absolutely key.
That is very important.
What about you, babe? What's one of your ways that you
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, well, I try to look at the positive. I try to stay positive. I try to find things to do too. So like lately I've been cooking a lot more, and someone likes eating my food.
And it's I like it. I like it a lot, all right?
Is it edible? Is it edible?
Sure is.
Then it's good.
Sure is.
Next time we are together, we'll cook together, okay?
But yeah, I've been having fun in the kitchen, trying to find things to do in the kitchen. We also been doing like DIYs. I did a curling cream like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
Which that was fun. And then he also did a DIY in the kitchen where we hang the pots in one of the cabinets.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Show you. I wish we could take this with us and bring it in there. And then, but go ahead.
Yeah,
Go
pretty
ahead.
much we just been working from home, and then afterwards we will try to find things to do. We're even trying to get in a routine where we get up even earlier and do like exercises. We've been meditating a lot more now, every morning for about 15 to 20 minutes. We've been praying a lot more.
Visualizing.
We've been doing pretty much everything you can think of.
And it's crazy. We've been manifesting the hell out of what we want. Even during this time, it like doesn't even matter, like Corona or no Corona, it doesn't matter. It's what you make of it, plain and simple. We can sit here and split hairs and say, oh, but this, oh, but that, and have a victim mentality. But I don't think that's really useful if you want to be successful for whatever the hell you want. And for us, we want to have fun. We want to be joyful. And we want to have a good life. Whether or not it's hell on earth out there or inside our own home, we still are going to be good in here. So it doesn't matter what's going on. We got people giving us free stuff, giving us all these things that we were like a brand new dish set, a brand new pot set, this whole cubicle over here. It just manifested out of thin air, right? Wrong. It was our visualization that brought it to us. And it's like, it's not just materialistic stuff. It's like the time we've been having too. like so much fun, like that we've been, you know, and yes, there's times we have moments where we're sad that we can't see you guys and our friends and stuff, but we get around it.
Well,
Get
like
around
Real quick.
like Raji was saying, we're living in a technological age. I mean, at least we get this this back and forth on the internet. So
Hello.
Bonnie, how are you doing? Bonnie?
Oh, you're talking to me? I'm sorry.
Hi, Bonbon.
This is how I'm doing. Good music. Enjoying myself. You know, they say when you get lemons, you make lemonade. But
Mhm.
the reality of it, yeah, I've had hard times. I've had a struggle. I've had a lot of things to deal with. But, you know, the more I thought about it, the more things went on. It is what it is. And I've had to carve a notch, and I've gone down some that weren't good and some that were good. And then it's been long enough now that I've kind of found a pattern. And I like listening to music. I try not to watch TV. I feel that TV does nothing but incite everything from fear, negativity, on and on and on. And it's like a cancer. So I stay away from the TV. And if there's anything important that I need to know, there's enough people to tell me. And I kind of hang out at home. And I've never been good with plants, but it didn't cost a lot of money. But I went to some nurseries, bought some plants, some cheap pots, and I've been potting them and doing them, and I water them every night. And I've got some kind of routine where and I've been meditating a lot more, and I've been working on clarity of mind. And with all that being said, is that I feel this is a time that's enabled me to grow more as a person because I didn't have a choice. And I'm glad that I was able to step up to the plate, and I am, and that I'm keeping myself focused, happy, and you know, I mean, as stupid as it is, but music does make a difference. It can change your mood, whatever you're feeling. It can just take you from that place, put you in a better place, and then work all the rest of the stuff out.
I can definitely understand that. So while you are growing as a person, how's your plants growing? Did you see anything? Any results?
Well, I've only had one die, but
Oh,
well, but in the past they would have all died. So you have to understand, I'm doing pretty good. That out of probably 15 plants, I've only lost one. So before I would have lost 14, and maybe one would have made it. So anyway, and you know, it's just a matter of the time and the effort. And I don't go talk to them or anything like that, you know.
Talk to my tomato plant.
I have a black thumb. I cannot grow anything, so hats off to you. So Jimmy, how you doing? How you hanging in there?
How we doing?
Excellent. And I'm hearing I'm hearing a lot of good things from my co-panel gurus. And in my case, my profession, I'm an arborist. So in the state of Florida, my profession is considered an essential business. So we've been working every day without any kind of problem. So my life has kind of been still moving forward. And there's a couple things that I wanted to touch on. And yeah, this is a very unique opportunity for self-reflection, self-discovery. There is a lot of manufactured noise, but there's also a tremendous amount of silence. So we hear and we see and we find what we look for. So there is silence, there is serenity, the absence of airplanes, jet airplanes flying overhead, and reduced traffic. There's reduced activity on the planet. So there's an opportunity for deeper sense of meditation and inward, just inwardness. And a couple things that I wanted to talk about was that it's like it's easy to be a boat. Everyone's a good boat captain when it's calm seas, but the boat captains that have skill are the ones that can navigate through a hurricane.
Very true.
So the earth is in a storm, if you will. And it's easy to be a guru. It's easy to be a spiritual leader. It's easy to be a leader when it's a sunny day and everything's great. But this is an opportunity for the true leaders to emerge. And as a trans guru, you know, I feel that it's important that we walk the talk. And in my life, you know, our society, you know, the United States, there's the Constitution, and there's other things that provide stability to a platform from which to live our life in an organized society where there's, you know, there's things that you can definitely count on, you know, your job or a way to contribute to our society. And I think, you know, we all identify with our job. You know, what do you do? I'm an arborist. No, that's really not what I do. What I do is I help people with their trees. And so that is my contribution to society. And part of the feeling that one of the emotions that humans need to experience is the satisfaction of helping someone, of being able to contribute to our society. So we got everyone stuck inside. We're now faced with a situation where we're not able to contribute to our society in the ways that we have been before. So we need to like rediscover ourselves. And in this case, this is the first time I've ever been on a Zoom program. So this is one of these examples that we can grow in ways that normally we wouldn't.
And you're doing it. You're doing it well.
And I wanted to mention something else. So I used the analogy of the boat captain. So even though we may be, you know, some of us may be stuck at home or without a job, the restaurant industry took a big hit, airlines and so on, is that there needs to be a sense, we need to maintain a sense of forward momentum. And I'm going to go back to the boat captain thing. Is if a boat is in a storm, the first thing the captain does is aim the nose of the boat, the bow of the boat, into the wind, into the waves. And the second thing is to make sure that there's forward momentum, forward speed. And this stabilizes the boat. And actually, if the boat has enough forward speed going into the wind, into the waves, regardless of the size of the wave, the boat will be able to go through it and continue. It's when the motor is turned off and there's no forward speed, no forward momentum, and the boat is adrift in the ocean in a storm, it's going to become a beam or sideways to the waves, and it's going to flip over and sink. It's imperative that all of us, somehow or another, maintain some type of forward momentum in our life, so we're not a boat adrift at sea. And we need to be creative. One of the things I heard someone say many years ago was resourcefulness is the greatest resource. And I think I heard someone say earlier that, you know, we have to make the best of what we got, and that victim mentality. No, regardless of if we if we wait till we have our picket fence, or we wait till we have enough money in the bank, or we wait till it's a sunny day to do something, we're going to be waiting a long time. Now, if we get our mind in the right headspace, now is the time there's opportunities there, and we just need to look for them. And that's kind of where my life has been, and how I've been, you know, the gyms are closed, so I've been creative. There's down by Fort Lauderdale Beach, there's a big bridge called 17th Street Causeway. Jog up and down that thing a dozen times. That's like the new Stairmaster. And there's different things that I can do to maintain that forward So I'm not deteriorating. I'm still moving forward. I'm still growing. There's a sense of growth. There's a sense of progress. And I think that's important for all of us to have that sense of forward progress. We don't need to sit idle. There's certain things. Ella wrote a book. There's people are going to school and doing classes online and reading and meditating. All these things are part of staying focused and staying whole, the mind, body, spirit connection.
It's very,
So
oh,
that's
sorry to
where
cut.
I'm at.
Yeah, that's really true, and that's awesome that you're doing things to better yourself. I personally have picked back up doing art. It's been probably about 3 years for me, which is 3 years way too long. I mean, I haven't done any art for myself. I have done it a lot for customers, clients, and all that. But I haven't done it for myself, and I finally picked it back up, that I'm very happy about that.
What I've been doing is I've been visualizing the lotus flower. You know how the lotus flower, it's so beautiful, but it exists in like a swamp, a muddy swamp. So I've been visualizing myself as a lotus flower to say that no matter what kind of muck is around me in the world and all the swampiness that's going on, I'm gonna still flourish and be the beautiful lotus flower.
Beautiful,
So,
beautiful.
that's kind of helped me, that whole visualization thing. Because, if you really think about it and look at the history of the world, like this isn't the first time this sort of thing has happened. And, our ancestors got through it. So we can do the same thing. We can get through it and get to the other side and even, be able to live more vibrant, better lives than what we are.